Welcome back to another episode of Binge Warmers.
Binge Warmers!
We're your hosts, Steven
Well.
Okay.
I'm like your hype man.
No, I don't
I
need
get to
one.
be like, DJ Khaled!
No, he does it for himself, though.
I know, but you're like the singer who just comes on. Keep on talking, and I'll just keep doing it.
No, I don't want to talk anymore.
No, please.
The podcast is over.
You wanted-
Goodbye. Leave your likes at the bottom.
You wanted to do the intro.
That
so I
was
thought-
the intro.
Oh, okay. Hey. Hey, we're having a good time, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
What episode?
Well, I was until you decided to be my hype man. And then I was like, I don't
We the best music!
We're the best podcast.
He is so dumb, isn't he?
Yeah, but
He's
he
like
makes
the-
a lot of money.
Bring out the chandelier. Have you seen those?
No.
It's just like talking. What episode of Ben 10 did we watch this week?
We watched episode 12. What was that? A buggy situation?
Buggy the Clown from One Piece.
That's not true at all. Stop with the One Piece
One
references.
Piece. No, it's called Side Effects.
Side Effects. I was not near at all
A
close to
buggy
the-
situation.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's probably better than Side Effects, honestly.
Maybe. Side Effects are more talks about his sickness.
Yeah.
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 I kind of don't like that we recap before we start talking about it because we end up talking about the whole thing before.
So you don't want to recap?
We could have done this before we were recording. I could have said this to you. But
Yeah. Now we're recording.
Yeah. But
We'll
the
keep it in.
episode that just came out, the clown episode with Zombozo,
Yeah.
we didn't really recap and it flowed really seamless. So let's just start talking about it.
Okay. Are we keeping this bit in?
Yes, because they need to know.
No, we're not doing the recaps, okay? Get over it. It's our podcast. We'll do what we
I'll
want.
burp on mic.
Did you really?
Yeah, did you not hear me?
I was too
Ain't no
busy
cutting.
telling them,
Ain't no cutting that one out.
the business.
The business.
Do the smolder. No, go back. All right, you ready? No, pan it back. Pan it back. That's the smolder. No, you look like you're about to poop.
I am about to poop. Okay. I'm kind of under the weather this week, which is
Are
good.
you really? I didn't know that.
I just feel
I'm
a little...
being serious. I didn't know.
Oh, I've got COVID-19, so...
Oh, okay.
No, I think I just got some sinus stuff. It was like 60 degrees. It was like 50 degrees, and then
And
it
was
switched
60,
to like
and then
80.
70. Yeah, it was
just
insane.
like. So I think it might be a seasonal switch, but also Ben's got a little bit of sickness in this episode.
Yeah, he does.
He's down with the sickness, so you could say. Ooh ah 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 ah. I want to see a monkey record that. I want to see a monkey do that. Ooh ah ah ah. Is that what they're doing? The monkey noise? Is it?
I don't know, man.
Oh, anyway. So Ben, he starts off this episode. Oh, actually, I think we first start off.
No,
this
we first off
episode-
seen the evil villain guy,
Yeah,
which we never know his name.
His name's Clancy. I don't know if they say the name.
I don't
Clancy.
think so. I think
I
that's
listened for it, and I was because it's a weird name and it's memorable. I think they probably say it in the negative 10 episode when he comes back. His only other appearance in the entire franchise, by the way.
When is that?
It's the negative 10. It's like the very end of the show.
Oh, when they bring in all the bad,
Mhm.
like the Sinister 7, but it's the negative 10.
The Sinister 7?
Sinister 6.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always go 7 for that for some reason. I think 7 just,
Maybe like the Magnificent 7.
yeah. 7 just sounds better than 6.
A Brad Pitt movie 7.
I never,
What's in the box? That's all I know.
his wife said.
You've seen it.
I have not. I just knew that little bit of
Spoiler alert,
gossip.
bro. A little tidbit.
A little,
like
little cheeky bit.
it's like the twist of the movie, bro.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it's like at
How
the
big's
very
the box?
end. I don't know, bro. I'm a little snotty. I'm sorry.
So anyway, we open up this episode, side effects.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what happens?
So this construction crew is tearing down this old dilapidated. Dilapidated is a good word.
It is a great, as you said it, I was like, damn, that's a great word.
Dilapidated.
Dilapidated.
Really revel in that one.
Yeah.
And then this, obviously freaky looking blue.
He is blue. He's got like a weird goatee looking thing going on.
Yeah, and he's got like sharp teeth.
No
like
wonder
he's
he's
just not-
hateful. His name's Clancy. I'd be angry. You know?
Mom named me Clancy, and now I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I think he says later on to the councilwoman that his grandpa built the building, so like
Yeah.
he's got this attachment to a building. And I think he's kind of like I don't know if it's like a parasymbiotic relationship with
Yeah,
the bugs.
you never get an explanation on where his powers come from.
And it's not like he may have just been born with buggy powers. Sometimes that happens in Ben 10. Like Michael Morningstar got born with powers.
Yeah. No, I
sure-
thought he was also an alien.
they probably, but
Like
Whoa.
it was like a plumber kid.
Yeah, what's the blonde haired kid? That's also in the -10 episode.
Oh yeah, he ends up coming back in Alien Force and stuff.
Voiced by Chris Pratt. I can't remember his name.
Is he really?
In Ultimate Alien, he's voiced by Chris Pratt.
Wow.
His name's like Tanner.
Something like that. He has like a crush on Gwen.
Later on they introduced that. And like the first time you see him, it's like never.
Yeah.
He's just like a shy kid.
Yeah.
And Grandpa's like, here are my cousins. They ignore the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel bad that I don't remember his name. Anyway, he was born with superpowers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So people are just born with powers. We just accept it.
I think so. I mean, like, there's probably other examples, like some of the villains and stuff. Probably like there's one wrestler who's just like an alligator. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do remember
It's
that.
just like a wrestler or an alligator for no reason. Anyway, so I think we can boil this down to mutation.
Yeah,
some
something.
kind. And his eyes glow whenever he commands the bugs.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have antenna.
No,
So.
the little like pinches.
Peach. Is that?
Harry Potter.
It is. It's number 6. Everyone thought he was scary. Why is he scary? He's like, I don't know, maybe it's just the pinchers.
It's like when he's drugged up
Yeah.
on the lug serum or whatever.
One of the best scenes. I love that scene.
It's pretty funny. I like just the whole because you're like
He goes, Harry, and he goes, Sir, what?
That's is it 7?
No, it's 6.
6.
It's Half-Blood Prince.
It all kind of blurs around there for me. After
Yeah.
like 4, I got no clue.
Well, that's just insulting.
I know.
They don't. I think after that, the tone shifts and everything's like in a gray scale.
Yeah.
Everything's gray and pitch black and
Yeah.
stuff. It's just gross and grimy.
And I think 5 is like the last one where they're like at school and nothing's like.
No,
well, I
no,
guess
so
6
they're at
is-
school at 6 too. Man, when's the last time you watched this show? Movie?
No. I know, but I'm just saying like it's a little bit more ominous or something.
Oh yeah, 6 is really ominous.
Like 5 feels like the last like
Just kind
chill
of
one.
yeah.
Anyway,
Off topic again, but
off
it's fine.
topic.
Yeah, so the demo crew is out there going to break down the house and stuff. And he stands out there. He's like, "Get off my lawn, you kid!" You know, that's exactly what
It's
he
funny
says.
that you were saying that because I was thinking about Up. That's like the same plot from Up.
It is.
The big development company wants to have the guy's house, but they can't continue the development until
Yeah.
he leaves, and he just floats his house away. This guy, what he should have done, instead of kidnapping and killing a councilwoman, he should have,
Attempted to kill.
attempted murder. But again, like, is it really attempted murder if spiders eat her?
Yes, because you control the spiders.
I don't think he was really controlling them at the time.
He was.
We'll talk about it when we get there. Anyway, he could have taken the he commands wasps that just like grip. I was gonna say grip came out.
Even if he's indirectly, he's put her in that situation. It's like when you put someone in a car and then drive and you let the
Manslaughter
car
at the
fall
very-
off. No, if
yeah.
you like, it's not even manslaughter. That's just murder. If you let the car fall off,
I guess the
like a bridge and they drown.
I guess the intent matters more
Yeah.
than the actual act.
You put spiders on her that will kill her if she moves. That's you killing her.
Black Widows, man.
Yeah.
You gotta do what they gotta do.
Just-
Baby's gotta eat.
So anyway, he was like, "I'm not leaving," and they're like, "Well, you got to move, buddy." And that's when you see his powers. First off, he controls the wasps and have them move up and
It might
grab
even
the
ju-
construction people.
It's just some kind of bug. We
Yeah,
were talking
don't
about
know.
wasps,
Yeah.
but it
You
could be
said
roaches.
wasps. He spoiled it.
Well, I mean, it's all types of bugs.
Yeah.
He commands like termites, fire ants, not grasshoppers. Roaches for sure.
Spoders.
Spiders. That's probably about it.
Okay.
Were there any more bugs used?
I don't think so. I mean, we don't really have to specify.
I'm gonna say roaches and wasps are like his main ones.
Yeah, for sure. The flying and the crawlies.
They both fly.
Some roaches can fly, not all of them.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a very fun use of roaches later on in the show
Yeah.
that I can't wait to talk about. But yeah, he kind of commands the insects to take over, and like one of the wrecking crew guys, like he's voiced by Steve Blum, who's Heat Blast and Bogax and all the other people. And he also then the same character is voiced again by D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah.
And the only reason I noticed that is because it sounds just like the clones from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
It sounds just like, if you go back and play that clip, they put it in here, and then compare it to the Star Wars clones in
Yeah.
that show, they sound identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, pal, but this building's condemned by order of Councilwoman Liang. A planet cost us men, not clones. Men!
So that's then they pan away and we're back at Ben, you know. Grandpa Max and Gwen are driving down the road in the rust bucket. And you see Ben is actually chasing down a robber. Ben is a terrible superhero. Can we just talk about that? Terrible superhero. He's bad at his job.
Yeah.
The guy has stolen a bunch of money. He's put it in the trunk of his car. And Ben has turned into upgrade, commandeered a motorcycle. Super cool. He's shooting lasers out of
I
the
love it.
front. He puts these spike spokes on his wheel to like, jam it.
Stab the
car.
tire. Yeah.
Cool, except he shoots the trunk and then all the money goes everywhere. How is that helping anybody? The robber doesn't get his money. Whoever he stole it from is not getting their money back. Who are you helping here, Ben?
He's I guess he's stopping the guy from having the money. So it's like if I can't have the money, no one can have it type beat. If the bank you stole this from, I don't know if it's a bank or not.
Some
rich old
Let's
lady probably.
pretend it's some poor old lady.
Yeah,
with
like
a cat.
homeless old lady.
She's not homeless.
Well, no, she just won the lottery.
She is now. She's homeless now.
No, she just won the lottery, so she had all the money in cash.
Oh, and the big money bags.
Yeah, she was going to buy a house, and that's when the blonde
grabbed it.
goateed man in his sports car runs up and just takes it.
He hasn't stolen. This isn't his first rodeo because he's got that sports car.
Yeah, no, he stole that too.
Yeah, everything just stolen.
Which, worked really hard for the
let's
car.
say the car is stolen, right?
Yeah.
Ben wrecks that and completely tears the side of it out. Super cool upgrade though. Super cool upgrade.
I love that. And I was looking on the wiki. They said that this is potentially an allusion to an old 80s show called like Roadhawk or something like that.
Really?
I think it's Roadhawk. If it's not, I'll put up the text on the screen. But it's essentially a cyborg that drives a motorcycle and stops crimes.
Oh.
So very similar to what Ben's doing there.
The 80s were a wild time when it comes to TV.
It really was. I think it kind of reminded me a little bit of Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider motorcycle. You know what I'm talking about with like the shield kind of thing on the front? That's sort of what it looked like. But it was like a spacey kind of high-tech motorcycle. Mm-hmm. He like at one point he like skirts underneath like a 18-wheeler. He's able to like weave in and out of traffic.
Yeah. He's pretty good at it for someone who doesn't have a license.
I mean, we just saw in the clown episode, Zombozo, that he can't drive at all because he like go off the road and he's like trying to swerve.
The awning.
He killed the awning.
Rip the awning, bro.
Rip awning, bro.
We didn't check the episode to see if there was an awning attached.
Oh, and this
You'll
one?
put it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll have already seen. I don't think they don't always draw it on there because it's not just like.
Yeah, it's not something you need.
Yeah, it's usually just a convenience thing. Like, oh, we need the awning, flip it up. You know?
Right. And then again, we see Ben saying, "Oh, time for my reward." He stops being upgraded and he sees an ice cream
He
truck.
doesn't learn. This is the thing. He gets a cold and it's all his fault for being selfish.
Yeah.
He's learned this lesson at least 3 times.
At least.
You don't get a reward for saving the city, Ben. You just do it because you're a superhero.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna steal. He steals ice cream.
He does. He gets in the truck and locks himself out into the truck and decides, well, I'm in here in sub 32 degrees.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna eat ice cream.
I was kind of thinking, like I remembered him getting in the ice cream truck before we watched this episode, and I was thinking that he turned into Upgrade and then he turned back into Ben inside the truck.
Yeah.
Because that's where I thought he got stuck. But no, he just opened the thing and forgot to. He was even Upgrade when he did it. He could have like snuck through the thing if he wanted to.
Exactly.
But
so he said, while I'm in here, I might as well eat the ice cream. And he gets a summer cold is what Grandpa Max
summer
calls
cold.
It. It's not really believable he gets sick that fast, but for the sake of the show, he has to get sick that fast. You got
to think. The robber crashes. It probably takes the police a little while to get there. It takes the rust bucket a long time to
a cold does not happen in a matter of minutes, though.
Well, it does in this episode.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, mine kind of came out of nowhere. Mine was like I felt fine the cold day.
But then you woke up, right?
No. It was later that day. It was like sore throat, running. I got like the congestion headache. It was yesterday that this happened. So I feel better now, ish. I've got COVID-19, bro.
What was it? Trump was like, Nope, I'm getting out of here. He like walked away when that lady was.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny. I don't know. He's been on some like crazy tears recently.
I don't even try to pay attention anymore. The whole thing is a joke.
That's probably fair.
But anyway, so yeah, he's sick. Really gross animation with the boogers and the mucus hanging out of him and stuff.
This art style really lends itself to disgusting visual.
It was so. I was actually kind of repulsed by it.
I mean, it does the job great because we all got sickened by it.
Yeah, so it worked.
So Ben's got a cold. He's going to, or Grandpa Max obviously wants to make some gross, elixir to fix him up. So they go to Chinatown, leading me to believe this
is in New York.
Takes place in New York,
or I think they have a Chinatown in California as well.
Well, they probably do.
Like San Francisco, I believe.
That makes sense.
San Francisco or Los Angeles, one of the places has it.
Either way, it doesn't really matter
just
the
say
setting.
New York. But yeah, like you said, it doesn't matter.
You can maybe
why
say
would they
like
be in New York again, though?
That's what I was thinking. Like after the Kevin thing, they probably just boogied out of there because they didn't really stop Kevin. Boogie. They didn't really stop Kevin, so Kevin's probably out there wanting revenge anyway.
Yeah, so they're like,
maybe it's California or somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Well, whatever.
Anyway, some city with a Chinatown. I don't know how many Chinatowns
he names
there are.
this long weird name. And he's like,
Gang Soon Bing
chillin'.
Bing Chillin' ice cream.
And Gwen goes, Grandpa, how'd you learn to make this? And he's like, from a monk in China.
And then he goes, they've got plumbing in China too, you know, like the worst cover up
Yeah.
of all time.
So you can kind of see that now Gwen has stopped believing it. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, Grandpa, but there's something sneaky going on.
You know a little too much for someone
who's
like
just doing
you.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
Like you? What's that supposed to be?
Blue collar. But Gwen's, you know, she's smart. She figures stuff out in other episodes too. So
she's starting to.
She's picking up on it.
She's really realizing.
And you know, we're one episode away from the truth reveal.
Yeah, I'm like Peter Griffin.
I'm so ready.
Ready?
Just shoots up.
Shoots up. What's hilarious is the lead up is just like Stewie talking about all of his different like toys. And this is Optimus Prime. He's currently going through a lease argument land with Mrs. Puffins or whatever.
Peter's just like, oh, let's try this crack.
And your pants open, he goes, and like jumps up.
Family Guy, we can talk about this a little bit, but before we get off track again, but Family Guy has some funny bits. The show itself is not great.
Yeah.
And the episodes themselves are not great, but there's some bits that are the funniest thing.
Yeah.
And they are almost made to be put on like YouTube shorts.
Or
like
you just combine a bunch of them together.
Yes,
like I got that from a whole thing of Peter Griffin trying different drugs. You know what I mean? It's like 10 minutes. And there's one he's like, oh, it's so soft. He's so soft. He's like rolling on the floor.
He's like grabbing Brian. And,
he's like, I don't like my eyeball. And he pulls his eyeball out.
Yeah. Wild show. Anyway, but we are.
Where were we?
We were at Chinatown. And this is where we see the councilwoman. And I guess she's doing some kind of renovation project in Chinatown. Maybe Chinatown is the renovation project?
Yeah. But what's he doing there?
Who?
Clancy.
He's coming to kidnap her because she's the one that authorized the building to get broken down.
So she's doing stuff all over the place.
But she's a little corrupt. And I think
How do you think that?
Well, because he didn't want to leave. So she forced this man out, and she didn't force him out because she sent a construction crew.
But here's the thing: I don't think it was because he didn't want to. The place looked condemned. He's not probably supposed to live there.
No, I get it, and this is sort of the this is a good villain motivation in my opinion because I can identify with him. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to leave my house. Some crazy councilman.
It's condemned. You're legally not allowed.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like they're kicking him out of his home, even if he's home. Like now he's homeless. You know what I mean? He just has the bugs. If he didn't have that crappy house, he couldn't go live anywhere else, you know? He can't be, he's not employable. Look at him. We're going to go work for a bug shop? No.
Oh. It'd be like Men in Black when he kept smacking the flies. Like, stop that.
Stop that.
What?
Anyway, so I don't know. I identify with Clancy at least until he starts to try to kidnap and kill the councilwoman.
That's where I draw the line.
But it does remind me a little bit of Daredevil, you know, the first season where like the Hispanic lady's like, I'm not leaving this place. I know it's a crappy old building, but I'm staying here, and they're helping her, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good motivation for a villain because I can kind of identify with it. It's not like
but hers wasn't condemned. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying, and yes, it is a terrible building. But just because it's terrible, he still owns the property, assumedly.
Assumedly, we don't know.
I wonder if they just paid him, or I don't know. But like they were about to blow up the building.
His grandpa may not even be dead. He may have cashed in on it, and he was like, "No, I'm staying." And my grandpa was like, "Hey, you can."
Yeah. Which I don't even know. Like, is his grandpa part bug? You know, like what's the deal there?
He got like the head of a mosquito or something.
It should be pointed out that you said that there's a villain in the new Ben 10 reboot that's like part bug and part like scientist. Like, you know, The Fly, the movie The Fly. He's it's two characters, but one of them has a big bug head on like a buff guy's body, and the other one is like the smart guy's head on like a small little bug body. So it's like the little like dynamic. I don't love that show, but it's clever a little bit. You know,
the animation is just blah.
Yeah, you don't like visual things. Like you don't like.
I don't like that animation. Get it out of here.
It's fine.
Ugly.
You're ugly.
I know, so I can call it out. You know,
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Exactly. That show should not be proud of how ugly it is.
It's pretty cartoony. You know what I mean? Way more cartoony than because I mean this show looks like a comic book to me.
Yeah.
Like it's very graphic novel.
Yeah.
That's the new style is definitely like Steven Universe style, where it's just like
hate it, bro.
Bean mouth, over exaggerated everything.
Don't like it. Anyway.
Jinx.
Twinsies. So he comes, he crashes the whole ceremony that's going on, and she's like, "You're the guy that wouldn't leave." And he's like, "Yeah, now I'm taking you. You're going to be our main course."
Which, yeah, Ew.
Ew.
Is he gonna eat her?
I don't know if he is, but his bugs definitely.
The bugs were definitely gonna. Well, you know what? He takes. Okay, so we'll get to it.
Okay. So he goes to steal it. There's wasps flying everywhere,
Yeah.
kind of terrorizing everyone. So Ben goes, I'm gonna do something about it. So he
He's
changes
sick.
it into wild mutt.
Yeah.
Sick. And his mucus is transferred to his freaking
His gills.
His gills.
Or his like. Grandpa
Yeah.
calls it his schnoz.
Yeah.
He says his schnoz is all blocked
schnozberries.
up. Tastes like schnoz.
Yeah.
berries.
So and his fingernails are green. His mouth is green. He's like
he's pretty gross.
sneezing and stuff. And he's just blind. It's actually very funny. He's just
just
running
like-
into stuff.
He's like, well, now I'm blind for at least 10 minutes, and I'm a big dog, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak out and run.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does the thing where he scratches his chin. He's like,
Chin,
oh.
What a predicament I'm in.
You know what's funny too? So Wild Mutt, we think about Wild Mutt as like an unthinking dog. At
Yeah.
least I do.
Yeah.
But the Omnitrix, later on in the continuity, they say that Azimuth says like you can't become a feral beast. You got to become a creature with sentience.
Yeah.
So Wild Mutt is a sentient creature that can think and feel and
Yeah,
everything.
but
And
he's called a mutt.
Yeah, we're just thinking of him as a stupid dog.
Well, to be honest, it's Ben running the show, so he is a stupid dog.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, he's like, instead of just chilling right where he's at, he's like, I'm going to run around and just run into everything possible.
It's like a dog that gets his head caught in something. He's just freaking out.
It's so funny because, like, so Gwen ends up getting caught in some, like, fireworks and some fire comes up and it's, like, going to blow everything up.
Well, she tries riding Wild Mutt, which is the whole reason that she gets flung into the fireworks.
And
Which
it doesn't end well.
it's just it's a shit show.
Yeah,
like y'all
it
need to
is.
just relax.
Everyone stop. So then Grandpa Max saves Gwen by dumping chicken dumplings on her.
He dumps on her.
Yeah. And it's so funny because he's like, I hope you don't mind smelling like chicken, you know, and she's like, oh, I'm fine. And then you just see Ben running in front of him with a trash can over his head, just running, presumably to run right into something else.
Presumably. I'm sure it lasted for longer than the scene went on.
Oh,
Probably,
for sure.
It probably lasted
I
for
would have
like
watched
5
an
minutes.
entire episode.
Just him freaking out running around.
Or like the whole episode's going, but you see Ben in different shots running into something else, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
I love that. Anyway, so this is where we start to see that the allergies or the cold affects the
Yeah.
aliens.
Which is
So-
an interesting take.
It is, and it's sort of I wouldn't call it a gimmick necessarily because none of the aliens really change their powers except for Heat Blast later on. Like Wild Mutt just can't see, so he's hindered definitely by the powers or by the allergy, the cold, whatever it is.
Cold.
I keep
Cold.
saying allergies, but it's total cold.
Yeah.
Heat Blast, I guess, changes, but forearms like it just gets smelly.
He gets
You
like
know?
the pus under his armpits.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Anyway, so at some point I want to go over like what do you think the other aliens' side effects would be?
Yeah. Oh, Forearms also projectile sneezes. Like he sneezes, but it's a whole barf on a lady.
It's pretty good. It's
Ugh.
almost like It's almost like a stink fly.
Yeah, that's
add-on.
exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
So the villain gets away.
Well, he takes her to the condemned building.
Yeah.
I don't remember how. I don't know how they find her.
I think they just
Maybe they follow him or something. I don't know.
put it on the screen.
Got it. Bug-Eye said something about knocking down his apartment building. Well, the only apartment downtown left for demolition is at 8610 Chester Street.
Generally, this episode, I thought held consistency pretty well. You got to suspend your disbelief to believe the guy can control bugs and that the bugs can hold people up and stuff.
Yeah.
But because how many
Yeah,
bugs
he was
would
like
it take?
floating on them. They
Yeah.
were carrying them.
He was using them like a Silver Surfer surfboard, like flying around.
He'd
on
need
it.
at least 10 of those guys, if not more.
You know, probably 11. I would say start at 11.
When do you think SpongeBob references will ever stop being a thing?
I don't know. Finland is my answer. They find the building. It's all condemned. Gwen's like, nice place to visit. Wouldn't want to live here.
And you said you literally were like, why would you visit this place? I'm like, you got a good point. Gwen's
got
stupid.
Bugs and like all kinds of mold and crap
Yeah,
in
this is just a 10-year-old talking out of her ass.
there. So they go in the building and there's like, I keep expecting them to like fall through the floor or something.
Yeah.
Never happens.
Even the artwork makes it feel like it's a cardboard box. Like
Yeah.
if you looked at the walls and stuff, it didn't look like it was made of like anything that.
And
could
this is sort of where we start unidentifying with Clancy a bit. Like he's living in this obvious like horrible rundown shack.
Yeah.
It's like an apartment building though, so he's got the whole reign of the apartment building to himself, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
He probably ate or ran off anyone else that was in there.
We're
But
just going with he's a cannibal. I'm with it.
sure, yeah. I mean, well, I guess he's part bug, maybe.
Yeah.
No, not till later.
I was gonna say your headphones are on backwards, but that is in fact your left side.
Yep.
It's left and right.
I need the labels, or else
Yeah, I need them too. Apparently.
Anyway, but so they're in this old apartment complex, and Ben kind of sneaks off doing his own thing. There's like all these kind of like weird newspapers plastered up on the wall
About bugs, though.
bugs, and so that made me think like, oh, he's studying the bugs, like that's how
Yeah.
he knows how to control them. But like
Like he's picking what bugs he wants to control.
right, or like would his eyes flash if that was the case, like if he was just some kind of bug nut?
I thought that the newspapers were going to lead us to.
Wow, am I boring you?
Yes. No, I thought the newspapers would lead us to knowing how he got his powers.
Oh, yeah.
like freak accident, or this or that.
Well, it said bugs. It said bugs, or maybe it said roaches will survive nuclear bomb.
Scientists say, yeah.
Right, and it was like, oh, did they survive a nuclear bomb, and maybe that's why he can.
Is he a roach evolved into a person?
Maybe, maybe.
We don't know.
Probably not. Probably not. But good thought there on that one.
It wasn't a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, but then Ben, again, being an idiot, shit could go down at any moment. You know what I mean?
Like to get in there to save a lady. I guess he wanted to hero up in the first place, but he takes the opportunity
to turn into forearms and scare them. I'm like, bro, you have a 10-minute timer. You don't
have a
know
10-minute timer.
when things are about to go down.
You're a 300, 400 pound beast.
In a cardboard box, essentially.
500 pound. How big is he? Probably
Big.
big dog.
Huge.
Huge. So he could turn into forearms and just fall through the floor for all.
Yeah.
He could just go right down to the bottom of the.
And how does forearm help with anything?
Well, he's smelly. You know what I mean? He smells
No.
bad.
Heat blast again would have been better. Just pry the bug.
I kind of just wondered why he didn't pick like
Ghost Freak could phase through all the floors and find her lickety split.
Well, sick Ghost Freak, we don't know. Maybe sick Ghost Freak can't do it.
Maybe Ghost Freak comes out if it's sick Ghost Freak.
Maybe so.
You
Maybe
know,
he's like his will is too weak. So
Yeah.
His body's too weak, so the actual Ghost Freak.
Yeah.
Could be.
That'd be neat.
This would be a bad time for Ghost Freak to come out because Clancy's about to destroy the town anyway. So
And
Ghost
he'd be
Freak
like,
and
I'm
Clancy.
with that.
Yeah, good one. So obviously what happens is they find the lady. And then that's when we start, because Ben's like they hear her and she's like, I'm on this floor, and Ben grabs him. They smell how stinky he is. He jumps up to the floor, and he's got like these gross pussy hives.
So
kinda.
gross, dude.
And he does like this. I hadn't thought of this until now, but he kind of goes, he smells himself.
Yeah.
Forearms don't have a nose.
He doesn't. He's
How
got
does he
4
smell
eyes.
it himself?
Yeah.
And he sneezes.
Maybe he's got scent glands in his mouth. Cats have those. That's why
Do
they're
they?
like- it's like right on the roof.
Oh, like a snake.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
He's kind of reptilian. He's got kind of like armory, scaly.
Yeah,
You know.
he could have some sort
I'll
of
vibe with
reptile
it.
thing. Yeah.
So maybe he's breathing through his mouth, which is even
Yeah.
grosser.
Ooh, yeah, it's even grosser. You think about it like that. But yeah, he goes up, so he's wrecking the place. But so the guy shows up, he starts attacking him. You get termites coming. Oh,
So this is where I was wanting to mention earlier. There's bugs on the lady,
yeah,
but they're not biting her.
Black
they're not
widows.
eating her.
yeah.
Specifically
Well, they're
deadly.
keeping her prisoner, essentially.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder, like, is he just kind of like morally not into it yet? Is
No,
he,
he said
like...
for dinner. It's probably not dinner time.
It's just
It's
lunch.
just not dinner time. I genuinely think that's what it is. You know
That's so stupid that you said that.
why? Like maybe some of his insects are asleep, so you gotta wait till they're all awake so everyone gets some chow. They wake up, hey, dinner's here,
There's no
come eat it.
There's no way. He's just waiting.
Why? What other reason is she alive?
There's way too many bugs to feed off this one lady. And if he's having some too, he's gonna need more than they will. So he's probably eating half of it, you know what I mean? How often do you think he eats? What do you think he eats? What does Clancy eat? Does he go to the grocery store?
I think he's just waiting for dinner. That's my final answer.
But on the regular day, do you think Clancy goes to the grocery store and he's like, yeah, give me like 3 chicken strips and the mashed potatoes, please? You think he does that? Or
He's
is it
getting that
just
from
like
a grocery store? Oh, I guess the deli?
the deli. I was thinking like the Walmart deli or something.
Yeah.
What does he eat?
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
He doesn't eat bugs, and there's not much else around them except
Maybe
for bugs.
rats.
Oh, maybe rats, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He eats rats.
Yeah.
That would explain like the sharp, kind of gross teeth.
Sure.
Probably gnarled from eating rat bones and stuff.
Yeah. Gross.
Do you think he's blue because of like his lack of sunlight, or do you think he's blue because of a mutation?
It's got to be the mutation.
You think so?
He's a bug man.
I'm with this narrative that he's just like a freak that was born that way.
Are you also with the narrative that he was just waiting for dinner? Dinner time.
You know what? I'm in.
Like when he was a kid, his mom was like, dinner is at 7. You will not eat dinner until 7. And it's like 5:30, and he's just looking, tapping his foot. He's looking at like, you will be eaten, but in an hour, okay?
You know what? You won me over.
Let's go.
You won me over. Mainly because I don't have a better explanation.
Exactly.
I kind of think there may be like some moral-ish issues or something. Maybe
I don't think he has any moral issues.
Okay.
I think he's psychotic.
He is, definitely. I mean, just to be around the bugs and let them crawl over you and stuff.
Yeah.
He's definitely not on drugs because that would make you paranoid and want to rip your skin off if like roaches are crawling all over you.
Yeah.
So at least he's clean. Maybe he's done some alcohol or something. Yeah, relatively. Might be doing some like wasp drugs or something.
Anyway, so
some of the hard stuff the wasps are making that we don't even know about, dude.
He decides to attack them, right? So the wasps are going at him. Forearms gets eaten up by ants. He's like, ants in my pants. Yeah. He's like jumping around. And then Gwen gets attacked by termites. Everything's getting broken. And then Forearms starts breaking stuff. And the guy goes, you're destroying my house. And I'm like, bro, you have termites eating your floors. You're breaking your house.
Yeah, what are you doing at this point?
How do you even have a house if you're symbiotic with termites?
I was gonna say, how do you even like are you just like always keeping control over them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, hey, don't you do it.
Don't you do it.
You
I
seen
know
that,
old wood is your favorite thing, but you
seen
can't
that?
have it.
It's like a meme from Ed, and Eddie where they go, this really stupid one. They're like, Ed, don't eat that pile of dirt. And he goes, heh heh. And he like looks at it, you know what I mean? I play a lot of Apex Legends, and there's one where it's like you tell your teammate, don't go through that Wraith portal, and you go, heh. And then you go through. A lot of people go through it. You're not supposed to go through.
Yeah,
there's like, usually someone on the other side about to kill you.
The idea wouldn't have crossed your mind unless they said something.
And then you're like,
and now you kind of want to do it.
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
that is. It's just like the vocalization too, where it's just like, oh.
Yeah. So he's like over there telling the termites, don't do it, and they're like, wood.
And then finally he's like, okay, that little girl's standing on a very vulnerable piece of wood, so I need all these termites to eat it up in like 1 second.
They're like,
flat.
we haven't ate in 4 months.
Yes! They're like LeBron James, like tearing off their shirt. Let's go! This is the moment we've been waiting for, baby.
You got like a few people that were sleeping, like, we just gotta eat so much wood. Yeah. And he's like, damn it, I was sleeping, bro.
I missed the wood party? I was been waiting for that. Anyway, so but yeah, that's hilarious. And the whole building comes down.
The whole thing, in like a controlled demolition way. You know what I mean? Where it doesn't cause any collateral damage anywhere.
It may have been... Also, none of them die. None of them get severely hurt.
Yeah, he just kind of...
Forearms, I guess, luckily falls on top of them.
And then saves them from the debris.
And then I guess all the dead bugs surround Clancy and save him.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I don't think... If they all survived, there's no way that all the bugs in that building would have died.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, yeah, for sure.
But not as many as they showed on camera.
It was like piles of dead
put his
bugs.
Hands in it.
It was gross, dude.
Still warm.
Ew, Pineapple Express.
Yeah. They ain't here, Craig.
So he gets sucked up with like a vacuum of bees.
Yeah.
Or wasps, I guess.
Wasps. I guess wasps.
Bees are more fun. They're more Jerry Seinfeld-like.
Wasps are Lucifer's
German
German shepherds.
No one likes wasps.
I got that from Theo Vaughn, but he said it about bees.
Take it back, Theo. Everyone likes bees. I was thinking about... Did you watch One Punch Man?
I watched the first season.
Did you see like the mosquito lady?
No. I saw the bug guy.
Is it the same thing?
Oh, I did see the mosquito lady.
Yeah.
There's 2 different things.
So, what was the bug guy?
He was like, punching Saitama all over the place, and he goes, I missed the yard sale! Or the market,
Yes.
the farmer's market, and he punches the guy.
Like the manufacturer.
Yeah, he's like,
bug
I'm
guy.
the ultimate life form, and he's like freaking huge.
I missed them. Yeah. He
The
was like,
farmer's market, he just beheads the guy in one punch.
yeah. But no, I was thinking about the mosquito lady where like all those mosquitoes. This is the first time you see like the robot guy or whatever. He would be really handy in this episode, I think.
Handy because he has a robot arm.
Who has a robot arm?
The guy they introduced. He's
I was
like
talking about One Punch Man.
Oh.
He'd kill everybody. He'd kill that one. He'd kill the senator. He didn't care.
That's the whole thing about him. He's handy anywhere.
Except for the grocery store when he's not there for the sale, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, go watch One Punch Man. I've not seen the second season, just the first season.
Like it that much.
The second one?
Just the show.
It's a parody. It's not
yeah,
supposed
that's
to be
why
like,
it gets old after a while for me.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
It's funny.
So he's like, I'm gonna kill the entire city, and he calls down his whole army of bugs and flies away. His reserve army. He's got them in the back pocket.
Yeah. So like he just like pulls out this mystical power of swarm of
you were like, what's his range?
Yeah.
Obviously enough to pull out all those guys.
I mean, did he just have those in separate apartment buildings that were just like
sleeper cells?
Sleeper cells, yeah. I don't know. Like I mean, you could argue that maybe he like trained the bugs. That's a far-fetched theory because bugs have little tiny baby brains.
Yeah.
But they follow orders like bees are in a hive, so they could potentially. I don't think Black Widows are following the order. Maybe he didn't control the Black Widows. Maybe he just had a bunch of laying around and he just threw them on the lady. Maybe that's why they weren't eating her. I'm still on it. I don't think it was dinner time.
And he flies away, and you're like, I'm bringing us back down, by the way.
Please.
Someone has to.
Take it away. Take it away.
And they're like, where's he going to go to do that? Conveniently, Grandpa Max looks up, nuclear reactor plant, way off in the distance. He goes, I have a theory.
A film theory. How long do you think Clancy was like, I could just nuke this whole place?
Like, I could do it.
I could do it. He's talking to his bugs. I could just kill everyone.
I don't want to today.
Yeah, I'm still in my little comfy little old crappy house. It would have caved in. It would have caved in on him. He would have died eventually from it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so they're driving up to the place.
Yes.
And the guy's just like, I'm gonna overheat the whole thing. It'll blow up. Radiation will kill everyone. But he's gonna put himself in a. Here's the thing, right? He says, roaches can survive nuclear blast.
Yeah.
So he makes an armor of roaches. None of the other insects can.
That's true.
You're killing all of your people.
All your wasps.
They're
were
cool
hiding,
with that.
Waiting on you. All the grasshoppers.
Maybe he had all them fly away. He said, "Hey, all y'all go. Just the roaches are staying with me."
Because Grandpa Max and Gwen get chased by a pack of hornets.
Oh, so no, it didn't happen.
No.
Maybe he kept the fuse. Like, you guys got to be the.
Some
of you will die, but that's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Shrek.
I love it. They're like, cheer.
Cheer now.
I didn't notice that as a kid, but they're like, cheer.
Yeah. Like the applause song.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much pop culture reference is Shrek. Like the whole movie is just a pop culture reference.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
It's awesome, yeah.
I love that movie.
All the references they do are pretty timeless, too. So, like,
yeah,
for the most part, maybe The Matrix
like,
is sort
the
of out
chair.
there.
Give him the chair.
Or even, like, he's, like, all the Disneyland stuff still stands.
Yeah.
Like, it's just pretty, he's pretty good. Shrek would have taken Clancy down, too, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. He eats bugs all day. Does he eat bugs? He eats rats.
He does. I've never wanted to eat rat before that movie, but damn, did those rats look tasty.
Someone said that was a hit on Disney. Like that was supposed to be Mickey Mouse that he was eating.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Anyway, so they're driving up to this nuclear reactor that just is conveniently outside town.
Yeah.
Probably not New York. I just thought
Gotta be
that.
California. Then.
Maybe California. I don't know when this. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The computer nerd Gwen, she goes, fire ants can pick up about 100 times what their weight, and they can also, grasshoppers can jump a good bit, and Ben's like, shut up, idiot.
Punches her in the face.
He freaking drop kicks
Knocks her out cold.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a good one, Tabby. That's my Chucky impression.
That's a really good Chucky. Which came
Tabby.
first, him or the Chucky doll?
The Chucky doll came out in like the 80s, Tabby.
They look exactly alike. Was that on purpose?
Potentially. I doubt it, but potentially. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows.
Someone knows.
I never put it together until just now.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always had that question in the back of my mind.
I hated Chucky as a child. I thought Chucky was the scariest thing ever.
Oh, I thought you meant the kid. I was like, yeah, he was annoying.
No, I was always afraid of baby dolls in the first place. And then I'm like, there's a movie where it comes to life.
Shout out to, I doubt he watches it, but Brandon used to sleep with the Chucky movie under his pillow. He loved that movie so much. I remember going to his house. I was like, what is that? He goes, that's my Chucky movie. I keep it under my pillow.
Under the pillow.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I watched this movie like 20 times. Like, okay, cool. I'm scared of it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they're driving up there.
Oh, but they're basically trying to figure out a good way to kill bugs, and they're like, "Oh, fire!" And I'm thinking, like, doesn't the nuclear reaction just have the same effect? It's just heat, like.
No. That's what we talked about. Nuclear reaction is more. It's radiation. It's not heat.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a rocket scientist.
I don't know.
Nuclear.
You got it. You take it away on this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just.
So Gwen's laying knocked out. Max is wondering what the heck's going on.
He's thinking, I gotta take out Ben now.
Yeah.
Just
sitting there.
No, obviously
Barbecue
she tells
sauce
him.
on my.
That's pretty good. That's Orange is the New Black, right?
I don't know where that's from. I just like saying it. I've heard it. I don't know where.
I think it was Orange is the New Black, and I think someone on Vine said it. So that kind of.
I've heard it from Vine. That's where I first heard it. But now, most of the time when I start a story, that I'm like, I'm just sitting there. I have to say barbecue sauce on my. I just go on with the rest of the actual.
Do I
story.
bleep the word?
I don't think you have to. You guys leave it in the comments.
Maybe I should bleep it.
Are you offended?
Do you know what word we're saying even?
Leave the first one and then bleep the rest.
I'm bleeping them all, and that way they have no clue what we've said.
I think they can tell by the barbecue sauce
You should be able to Google.
on my areolas.
That's better. Now they know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
so
but Gwen wasn't actually knocked out. That was all a joke.
we were just joking about child abuse on that one.
It's the child-on-child violence. It's completely different.
You're right. He does punch her. He slugs her in the arm in that one episode.
He does.
So she's like, we should just use fire.
Yeah.
But she even says like anything short of another ice age.
Yeah.
Or
Foreshadowing.
yeah. Or something else. She said something else. I forget. But she said ice age, and I'm like, oh, ice age.
The meltdown.
Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Best Ice Age movie? What you think?
Probably number 2.
I think so too.
I really like number 2.
Yeah, I'll go downhill after that.
3 is good.
3
is fine.
We should watch Ice Age tomorrow.
No, because
No?
then I have to watch the musical ones, and I'm not doing that.
Is there musical ones?
There's one with like Jennifer Lopez as like the female tiger that falls in love with
Oh,
Diego.
the pirate one?
Yeah, there's like 2 more after number 3. I do want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I feel you. There's that song that the monkey sings, and that's kind of gone viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
Here you are on a boat, you're afloat, you're stuck. It's really bad.
Yeah, no. If we watch the Ice Age, I'm hard cutting it after the 3rd one.
Okay.
But no, the first 3 are solid. I think they build on each other.
I don't like the 3rd one that much. I don't like the little lemur guys, the little possum, whatever they are.
They were in number 2.
I know, I don't like them in that either. But they
One of
play
them
a
is
much...
Josh Peck.
Wait, really?
Yeah, one of them is Josh Peck.
He's super annoying. I hate those characters, dude. If they could just kill those characters off, I'd been fine. That's another problem too. They just bloat the whole cast. Like everyone, like they add like 6 characters per movie, and now it's like this huge, out of control like pack of animals.
Yeah,
There's,
they've
like,
got
a
Grandma Sid.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
What
like
is she doing?
we just need a Wanda Sykes in here, and we thought the sloth was the funniest one, so
She
put her in
is a
there.
funny person.
I liked her a lot.
I
Yeah.
love Wanda Sykes.
Anyway, so the plan is to use heat blast to burn all the bugs.
Right.
Even though they're in a nuclear reactor, I guess he could. Well, no, I don't know nothing about no nuclear energy.
Yeah,
so
we'll just pretend we don't know anything about that.
I really don't. I'm so stupid.
Me either. Why didn't they cover that in high school?
Anyway, so they go in there. Obviously, it's like it's too hot to fix. Like
Yeah,
the
it's already
controls
overheated. The controls are like, we're done.
Which I don't
We're ready to die.
I don't think that's. I mean, I guess there's a
There's
certain
got to be
point.
a fail-safe.
Does that turn into like Chernobyl? Is that what happens?
I think that's what happens. There's a
Okay.
nuclear meltdown.
So they all need radiation suits,
Yeah.
but they don't.
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like a
So-
Jimmy Neutron where they go into space without helmets. You're like,
Dude,
what's going on
what?
here?
How did anyone... Didn't they say, like, I have an answer for that? It's actually... And then they just...
They get to Carl and he goes, moon,
Yeah.
moon. No, it was Sheen maybe.
No, Sheen literally says, hey, don't we need, like, space suits or something? What are we out here like this? I ain't got a helmet. And Jimmy goes, oh, I actually have an answer. It's because... And then, moon.
So stupid. It's like the Krabby Patty episode, the secret formula
Yeah,
episode.
I'm telling you, dude, I may have already told you this. I thought that the show cut and I lost signal or something, and
Yeah.
that's why I didn't get it.
Well, because some shows would just end like that. Like there would be like, that's having a background in television. I can explain. There's time blocks, and sometimes.
I'm sorry, it had to happen.
Yeah, just leave it like that. Yeah.
No, continue. I actually want to know, but I
So-
had to say the moon part.
So some ads will go wrong. I mean, people will mess up in like the control room of like a local television station or whatever.
Yeah.
So like some of the like I was on the news, so like sometimes the news would have to eat. Like,
Oh, you were an anchor.
Yeah, I was an anchor.
That's awesome.
I wasn't an anchor.
Yeah,
Look at this face and tell me if I could read the news. Tonight at 6, there was bugs about to blow up the city. Anyway,
Why'd you give yourself a lisp there at the end?
I was bugs. I don't know. But that's the thing. I mean, that's happened before with different episodes. I remember watching shows and I'm like, oh, it cut off the last couple seconds of it because it cut off a joke or something like.
Yeah.
It happened with shows here and there, and so I'm like, oh, they must have cut it off. The next time I see it, the next time I saw it, I was like, this is a joke
But
on
that's
me.
a problem. They're playing a joke on kids who don't understand, the literalness.
Man, SpongeBob will endure those first 4 seasons, man. They're magic.
Perfect.
Don't deal it, don't deal it, don't.
That's a brick at the
Hoopla.
moon.
Anyway,
So Ben's
just
like, okay,
evolved at
I'm
this
about to
point.
barbecue this guy. Turns into heat blast. Super cool looking.
He's blue.
He's like blue and red and
he's kind of got like a propane fire.
yeah.
We were talking
propane
about Hank
accessories.
Hill in that
Yeah.
one episode.
Hey, that short's out. Go
It
take a
is
look
out.
at it. Give it a like, thumbs up. So he gets like ice powers. It's really cool. He thinks that he's just not working,
Yeah.
right? But then he has and it's such cool special effects. Like the blue is just the perfect blue.
It's
I
love
love blue. Dude.
Any heat blast, like I don't know what it is.
Blue.
Blue. I've got no blue on.
Loser.
I got a little bit of blue. It's like navy blue.
It's gross. Anyway. He's shooting ice powers. It's really cool. We both compared it to like when Danny Phantom from
yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that, but it
yeah.
just felt like Danny Phantom for some
Yeah.
reason. Kind of looked a little bit like Big Chill.
Yeah.
Like when he makes that ice pillar, I'm like, that's something Big Chill would probably do.
The ice pillar.
The ice pillar.
No, he did the ice pillar. It's super cool. So the guy is big roach man at this point.
Oh yeah, he's let all the roaches envelop his body so he can survive an oncoming nuclear explosion in the same room as him.
And so Ben's like freezing parts of him off. The roaches come off, and then more roaches come to fill the gaps and stuff. And eventually, he just does a full body freeze.
Yeah.
And like, we can't stop the nuclear reactor. It's overheating. He goes, oh, well, I'll just cool it off.
Lucky for us, I happen to have ice powers right now.
For some reason, my sickness just turns into an evolution of my body.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, he freezes the entire thing, which will bring it back down from critical, and they can turn it off and stuff. Again, they just leave.
Yeah.
They leave the guy frozen there. They don't even call the cops.
I assumed when they left, because it feels like the end of the episode.
Yeah, you think they've called the cops.
Yeah.
But then there's a little bit more. They think there's like a bug. They're going to go kill it.
Well, it's like a nice, because we always get these little wrap-up scenes where it's like...
In the RV.
Yeah, where it's like Ben's putting away a souvenir or something. Yeah. Gwen's like, I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't mean... Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry, Gwen. You know, they're all making up and stuff. And then, like, for some reason, it like, you know, Ben's over his sickness. We think everything's all good. We're good to go. And then there's a roach. And then it's even like, oh, sorry, Mr. Roach. And we're like, oh, fun, ha. A bunch of roaches come in. Yeah. And we're like, oh, crap.
The guy's back because idiots didn't call the cops.
Didn't stay with him to, like, make sure they came and got him.
Yeah, they just let...
this is good. About there's no staff at the nuclear power plant.
Because we kind of solved it ourselves. We think that the guy ran him off beforehand.
I know. He probably, like, killed him with bugs or something.
Ate him.
Yeah, probably killed him.
He said, you guys can be breakfast. We haven't had breakfast yet.
You know that gif of, like, I think it's like a dead fish or something. It's like, and like all these sea creatures come and like eat it and like decompose really quickly. But
it's like a time lapse.
Yeah. I just imagine like that with the spiders and termites and stuff. They're just like,
well, this isn't wood. And he's like, you get what you get. Okay.
You're not eating my wood anymore.
Not touching that. Not touching that wood. You know what I mean? So the guy shows back up and he's like, yeah, I'm here to fight. Ben's watch, usually if it doesn't work, it's red. It's full on green. He presses it 3 times. He goes, no, I got nothing.
I can't do anything here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we didn't even talk about it, but Grandpa Max had made this...
a stinky... We said a little bit about it in the beginning. Like the Chinatown.
Yeah,
they go to Chinatown to make this cure.
His sickness.
And it's smelly. That's established. She says it tastes worse, or it tastes better than it smells. And he goes, oh, wait, is that the other way around?
Yeah.
And Ben drinks a little bit of it, but he doesn't like it.
So he uses that to lure all the insects
sort
out.
Of
throws it out, and all the insects leave the guy. And the guy's like, he, and he literally goes, and freaking Grandpa Max decks him, bro. And then Grandpa Max says, I'm going to call the police.
It's like, now we're really going to call the police.
Oh, okay, now we're calling them. Nuclear meltdown now. Drawing the line at the RV. You don't come into the rust bucket.
I kind of wonder, like, how stinky a thing's got to be to, like, overwhelm the guy's powers at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be pretty stinky.
Pretty stinky. And I guess that's, probably smell like you.
Oh, yeah, I'm Stinky Steve-O.
Stinky Steve-O. I want to make that into a short.
That's okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so...
there's a little bit of inconsistency, I guess, with the powers, because, like, I mean, earlier, like, a building is collapsing and all the bugs stay with Clancy to die.
Yeah.
But now, all of a sudden, these, like, hornets
they just completely
and stuff,
leave them?
They just, like, fly out the window to chase a big smell.
Yeah, they're like, hey, screw you.
Oh, maybe he smells. That's why they're following him.
Could be. And they're like, hey, this smells way better than you.
Bugs follow pheromones and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
You ever read Planet Hulk?
No.
Oh.
But I don't need to know that. Do you know where I know it from? Old. Something. It's like a Ferris Bueller Day Off, but it's from Disney Channel. The kid was going to move, so he played all these pranks intending to not be there when they went through, and then he ended up not moving. And there's like a super hot teacher for like chemistry or something. She goes, pheromones. And as she walks, all the like Bunsen burners turn on. And she's talking about pheromones with insects.
Oh, interesting.
Max Keebler's Big Day or something like that. I'll have to look.
I believe you. Yeah.
We'll find it. You're going to put it in there.
Oh, I don't want to put that in there.
Oh, you have to, buddy.
All right. I'll put it up while you're talking about it.
But yeah, that's how I know pheromones. She was quiet.
There's a character called Meek who's a big bug, and he's like making friends with all the...
Yeah, Meek from
Oh, I forget he's in Ragnarok. What are you wearing, Meek from State Farm?
Scissors.
But comic Meek is like he's a much more fleshed out character. He can talk, obviously, so
that's nice. I'm sure he's happy about that.
And like there's all these different creatures that are like gladiators that are all breaking out with Hulk, and they kind of like how they bond is that Meek will send out this gross pheromone, and they all kind of smell it, and like it's all kind of this like it's not like as chemical as something would be with Meek's species, but it's more like we're all involved in this. We all kind of smell the same now, you know.
I get that.
Anyway, I don't know why I thought about that, but that was
it could be a pheromone thing. So now Grandpa Max calls the police.
Yeah, now.
And guess who gets the cold? Gwen.
Gwen got it, even though there was a bit earlier, she's like, decongestants, nasal sprays, hospital mask.
That's what it was. She weakened her immune system from all that.
I know.
And
he should have just licked his feet or something. And
yeah. Licked
more
feet.
There was a part where he like...
Dan Schneider's over there like, what did you say? Get out here, Dan.
Let's get the spaghetti. Or whatever the hell.
Spaghetti tacos.
There was one episode I remember where they were putting their feet in spaghetti.
Yeah. There was one where they put like ketchup on their feet.
Yeah, totally. There was the new
doing,
condiment on
bro?
the feet every
No
time.
one called that out.
I don't think feet were considered sexualized until the internet got... Well, you know what? Maybe they were.
Maybe they were, and it just wasn't spread.
Like the feet.
Like the toes on your feet.
What about Mort?
Even as a kid, seeing like their feet, I was just like, "What's going on?"
I remember there being a lot of feet stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They drew people on their feet and they're like, "Hey."
Oh, I do remember the toes.
What's going on?
The Nickelodeon logo was a foot.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
The creepy child foot fetish goes so deep.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Dan,
what are you doing, Dan?
Going to jail.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that about wraps up the episode, though.
Yes.
On feet.
Yes. We've defeated the villain.
That's a good one.
How's it going?
Good one, Coach Jones.
Stop.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is phenomenal.
We love radio, yeah.
Who doesn't, honestly?
I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to talk, I guess to wrap up a little bit, we can talk about like, I got 2 more subjects to cover with you. I want to talk about the aliens' side effects. What do you think Stinkfly's side effect would
I think he would just be dripping mucus out of his eyes.
I was going to say, I think he would just overproduce the mucus.
I think his wings would be droopy. He couldn't fly.
Maybe like he would try to do a sticky goo, but it wouldn't stick or something.
Yeah.
It was just like, there was too much of it, so it just kind of, yeah. Or maybe he couldn't control how well he shot it out. Or he was weak or something. Upgrade, I don't know if that would affect him at all.
What if he just became goop where he had no form? He was just on the ground, you know?
Ew.
Yeah.
Stinkfly?
No.
Oh, upgrade.
Upgrade. Like he couldn't, like he didn't have the strength to keep a form.
I thought you meant like his body decomposed into Stinkfly's body like decomposed.
Oh, like in like a chrysalis, you know how they?
Yeah.
Also, it could be like when he tries to take things over, they just go haywire. They don't listen to him.
That's fair. That's probably what it would be.
Accelerate. He just goes slow.
He goes slow. Maybe he goes like maybe he can't see either. Maybe like his mask gets all fogged up or something.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Ghost Freak. We talked about.
We already talked about Ghost.
Maybe his goo wouldn't let him transform.
Diamond,
maybe it would.
What about Diamond Head?
Diamond Heads would be brittle. Like all of his diamonds
his stuff would
break.
just start breaking.
But some of these, like, would a diamond person even get sick? Would an upgrade get sick? Would gray matter would definitely just be dead.
Thank God.
He would curl up like a frog and just pass away.
Yeah.
Because like his body is so small and so like helpless.
You can't fight it.
No. Yeah. Imagine a frog with like a. Do frogs get sick? Do animals get sick?
Animals get sick.
So frogs get sick.
Yeah, surely they're an animal.
Maybe not. Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like Galvins are so technologically advanced that like they would have some kind of cure for something that they got sick with. So they've got like no immune system.
Yeah. Ooh,
like
that's
they're
a good
the
one.
evolved version where like their head is taking up all the resources. There's no room for
an immune system.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Good. Who are we missing?
We're missing the Ripjaws.
His dongle.
His dongle would droop.
Yeah, droops.
You have to like push it out of his way like an emo hair.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Or he couldn't change from one form to the other. Maybe he's like stuck half fin, half leg, you know?
Yeah, that's gross.
Ooh.
He'd
be all crusty and barnacly.
I was gonna say he would be like forearms, or
he'd be like he'd be like the people from
he'd be like the fish from Avatar where they bite and it's all gross.
No, it's the pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean.
We are the pirates
who don't do anything.
Like,
No.
Like Davy
Jones' crew. He'd be like crustaceous and barnacly.
Crustaceous.
Croissant.
I think we covered them all. Did we miss any?
If we did, they'll let us know in the comments.
Haha.
Comments are alive and popping on our channel.
We get 0 comments per capita. Not even the shorts are getting comments anymore. What the heck?
I know, dude. What the heck?
Leave us a comment
Guys, we
if you
miss
made it
We're
to this
sorry we
point.
missed a week. 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks.
We missed 2 weeks. Forgive us.
The other subject was characters that can control bugs or characters that are made up out of bugs. I'm thinking Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like
What about them?
characters, like what other characters are like this? Where like what does this make you think of?
Oh, the Fly guy from TMNT.
Superfly.
Superfly.
No, I'm Superfly.
He was voiced by Ice Cube in the
That's
newest
cute.
movie.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
It was kind of grimy. Everything's
Yeah,
gross.
like every person looked ugly.
But that's okay.
I think that's just Seth Rogen. You know, I'm ugly. Everyone else is gonna be ugly.
You know, the turtles, pretty ugly actually.
Yeah, they were honestly probably the best looking part of the entire movie.
Probably. You know what?
Oh.
The Candyman, that horror
We're
movie,
talking about the B movie.
the B movie.
Yeah, look at the mosquito voiced by Chris Rock.
They can't control bugs, can they?
They are bugs.
But they can't control bugs.
I don't care.
I'm talking about like bug control superpower.
Oh.
Ant-Man is.
Speaking of the Candyman guy, you know
Ant-Man's
he got
the one
stung
example.
like 26 times. They used real bees.
Did
He
they?
negotiated $1,000 per sting.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
There's that one scene where he's like making out with a girl and the flies are.
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Is it really?
It's not terrifying. It's just gross.
I've heard the new one's not that scary.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Des
But-
watched it.
But the old one, I mean, I watched the old one at a young age, so I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it was right at the
Bugs
peak
are
age.
creepy. I hate the way they feel.
Let's see, Ant-Man is the big example, I
Yeah.
think. He's like the one that I think of right away when you, bug control.
Yeah.
There's a version of Spider-Man where it's called, I think he's
Oh,
Spiders
it's just an
Man.
amalgamation
Yeah.
of the spiders that
It's-
they like ate Peter Parker.
Yeah. It's somehow they got his consciousness, like,
Yeah.
and he's kind of controlling them or something.
No. They just took on him.
Right, they took his personality on
Yeah.
or something. I don't know how that
That's
works,
disturbing.
but that's a fun idea.
Yeah.
They've taken Spider-Man as many places as he could possibly go. I don't see how much further they could take Spider-Man.
They've made him into a pig.
Spider-Pig, Spider-Ham. Yeah. I can't think of any more bug
I know you put me on the
amalgams.
spot.
I'm sure the comments will
Yeah,
tell
that's a
us
great
more.
comment question. Leave us know some comments down below.
Oh, before we go too, I want to mention that the next time we see Clancy, he is a bug.
Is he?
Yeah, Dr. Animo. It's suggested that Dr. Animo turns him into a bug, probably to enhance his bug powers.
Oh.
But now he's got like proportionate bug strength, and he's got like, and I don't know, maybe he just didn't survive long after that because we never see him again.
Yeah, I was like,
That wasn't my fault. He wanted to be a bug. Let's all get it clear.
he signed all the waivers.
I'm not culpable at all. Culpable?
Yeah, you messed it up. It's already gone.
So,
But yeah,
8
that's
out
the
of 10,
episode.
7 out of 10. I might
It was
give it.
pretty good. It went pretty fast.
I might
I
give it an
noticed that
8.
it was over before I even realized.
Well, the climax happened earlier because they had to have that little scene with the stinky jar.
Yeah.
So the climax happened probably like in the third act rather
Yeah.
than the last little bit of it.
So, but yeah, let us know how you guys thought about the episode. If you
I
watched
want,
it, if you remember it.
Yeah, you should watch along with us. I think you would get more out of it if you do.
Definitely would. I would 100% say.
100%. Yeah. I had one more thing to say, and I don't remember what it was.
Next week we'll be talking about the final episode of season 1. We will finally see Vilgax. We'll finally see what Grandpa Max is cooking under the hood.
The whole season.
It all comes to a close. So stay
Ahead.
tuned. We'll see you guys then.